Hey everybody, Patton here, welcome back to the channel. How would you like to play your games on your SNES Classic online? That is now available with a mod that comes from none other than Madmonkey himself. There's only a few things you need to get this working. First off, for the hardware, you need to have an OTG cable, something like this that you can connect to your SNES Classic. If you're familiar with using a USB flash drive with your Super Nintendo, then you're already ahead of the game. But the other thing you need is this. It is a Wi-Fi adapter. Now I will have a link in my description for both of these items. So besides the hardware, you have to make sure you are on the newest version of Hakchi, which is 1.2.4, Retroarch Neo, which is 1.7.2. You need the WPA mod from Madmonkey, and you have to download a program called PuTTY, and I'll go over everything so we can get this working. So really, that's all you need. It sounds a little complicated. I'm going to make this easy for you. So the first thing you need to do is mod your Super Nintendo if you haven't already. You can go to HakchiResources.com, install the newest Hakchi, install the newest Retroarch Neo, and then you'll be all set. Once you've hacked your Super Nintendo, download the wpa-supplicant mod from Madmonkey. Have a link in the description. Once you have that downloaded, go to your Hakchi program. Click the Modules tab, install extra modules. What you're going to do is take the module from whatever folder you downloaded it to, you're going to drag it into this box right here, and it should appear on the list. If for some reason you can't drag it over, if you go to your Hakchi folder, user_mods folder, put it in there, that should cause it to appear on the list as well. So once you have it on the list, make sure that the box right here is checked next to it. You're going to hit OK. A bar may appear on your screen, and once it's filled up, it means that the mod is installed and it's ready to be used. So you're already most of the way there. All we have to do is get this PuTTY program. What you're going to do with the PuTTY program is insert your network ID and your password so that when you connect this to your Super Nintendo, it knows how to connect to your network to go online. So this is what the PuTTY program looks like. You're going to make sure you put in the host name, the correct port number. You're going to check this Telnet option right here. You're going to click open. To get your address and your port number, make sure your Super Nintendo is plugged into your PC, and make sure you have this green light at the bottom. If you go to tools, you'll see an FTP server option and a Telnet server option. You want this Telnet server option. Here's the address we're going to put in there, this 10.234.137.10. It is going to be different for everybody. So 10.234.137.10. And it's going to be port 23 that we have already. We have Telnet selected. Now when we hit open, we should get another screen with Madmonkey saying hi to us. And there it is. So if you noticed on the other screen, let's go back real quick to tools. You'll see the login is root, and that's all you have to put in here. And he gives the version number and the special thanks to everybody who's been involved with this. So this next line is where you put the information in to get your Wi-Fi adapter to work with the SNES Classic. All you have to put in is Wi-Fi-WPA-setup. You're going to put a space. Then you're going to put your network name in here for whatever your wireless network is. Mine is home-6A8F-2.4. And then you would put a space, and then whatever your password is. You cannot have any spaces in your password, and definitely not in your network ID. If you have any spaces in your network ID, this will not work. At the moment, you cannot do that. I think they're working on changing the mod to accept things like that. After you hit enter, I'm not going to hit it because it's going to change my Wi-Fi stuff. But once you hit enter, you should see that root at Madmonkey line one more time. That means it works. Okay, so now what I'm going to do here, I have the debug version of the newest Hakchi CE. I'm going to leave this window up here, this little black window. You're going to see it ping an address. If it pings the address and you get a bunch of line of like code or whatever it is, that means it's connected to your Wi-Fi, and this light right here should be green. So I've unhooked my Super Nintendo from my PC. I've attached the OTG adapter with the Wi-Fi adapter to it. I'm going to turn it on. Let's see what we get. Alright, so there's our ping. Local original games cache in sync. and we have a green light. Now, if you remember on the older version of Hakchi CE, that light would never be green unless you were directly connected to your PC. So now this is acting as if we are connected to our PC but through Wi-Fi, if that makes any sense. And you can see here it's picking up my USB drive saying I have 14.9 gigabytes because I'm using a 16 gigabyte flash drive. So that's really cool. So it looks like everything is correct according to Hakchi. We need to go to our Super Nintendo to make sure that we are completely and ready to do this online. Okay, so now on our Super Nintendo, there's a couple of settings we need to change to get this to work. So we're going to go into our Retroarch options right away. Alright, this menu unfortunately doesn't work well when using NetPlay, and I'll show you why real quick. If we go to NetPlay and we go to refresh room list, you will see a few rooms here. So that means we're connected properly. Yay, good deal. But you don't have a lot of information here. So what you need to do, you have to change this user interface to the more modern looking XMB user interface. To do that, you just go to settings, driver, go to menu driver down here. It should say RGUI. Change that to XMB. We're going to back out of Retroarch. I'm going to go back in, and we get the nice fancy user interface. So if we go back to the NetPlay rooms, refresh room list, there you go. These are games that people have started. They're hosting as a NetPlay. And you can see there's much more information here, and that's important. In a minute, I'll tell you why. Before we get into that, let's head back. So we've changed our UI. To connect to other people, you have to use what's called a relay server right now. With our testing, we found that that's the only option to be able to play against somebody else on a SNES Classic. So to check that option, if we go into settings, we're on the settings tab right here. We go to network. You'll see the use relay server option right here. Just make sure that's turned on, make sure that the settings are saved. So once you have that option checked, you can go over here and refresh the room list, and you'll see the different games here. Now, why we have to use this user interface is because you see the Retroarch version, the core version, and the game version. See at the very end, the numbers and the letters in those parentheses, those have to match between the two people that are playing. You have to have the same version of Retroarch, the same core, and the same game, exactly the same as the other person, or this won't work. Also, there is cross-platform NetPlay. We've had people start up Retroarch on their PCs and connect to people on their SNES Classic. So now that we've loaded up a game, you just hit the start and select button to go back into the menu. Refresh. Okay, we're still connected. Good. So this is how you just start, or how you host a game. You hit the NetPlay host. You'll see connected to Nick down there at the bottom. For some reason, it's named Nick. We don't know why. It'll say failed, but then it'll say you have joined as player one, which means you can ignore the failed message. You're connected. Someone can now connect to your game. It's really that easy. So if you follow all these steps, it should be no problem. So we did a little bit of online play. I wanted to show for you guys real quick. Okay, so this is what's going to look like when you start a game with somebody. We're going to be doing Contra Uncut. I'm going to load the game as normal. This is the uncut version, by the way. You're going to go into the Retroarch menu. You're going to hit the B button to back out of the quick menu. Scroll over to the NetPlay rooms. Hit refresh room list. The same version of Contra on the same core with the same version of Retroarch. Everything has to be the same for this to work. I'm going to hit A, and I should jump into his game. Alright, so the demo is going. This is him doing all this. I'm not touching anything. You'll see at the bottom it said connected to Nick. Now we're playing two-player Contra Uncut. Here's the difference with the uncut version. You get like cutscenes and things like that. So he started the game. We're going to let this cutscene go, and then we're going to get started. Alright, and here we go. I am the red guy. See, sometimes there's a little lag, and that's just how the game is. Oh, I think he's trying to let me get the machine gun. No, that's okay. I'll get the rapid fire. So you're going to get a little bit of jitteriness because this is still real early in its infancy. We're going to try to jump the bridge together, I think. Yeah, there we go. See, it's not too bad where you can't actually play the game. Let's try again. Oh no, did he fall? Nope, we're good. See, synced. That is how you play this game. Oh no, was that me? No, wait, I'm red. Okay, that was him. I'll let him get spread because he died. Oh, I almost died. Okay. Oh, I'll take fire. So we're doing pretty good. Like, you can see there's a little bit of lag. Not too bad where you can't play the game, though. You know, we should be fine all the way up through this first boss. Let me see if I can help him out. There we go. Very nice. Oh, I'm shooting him. That's not how you play Contra together. So there's another spread. I will get that. Oh, no, if I don't die. Yeah. It happens. That happens. Okay. Okay, he's helping me out, and come on, I'm not going to miss a spread. There we go. Alright, now we have 2-player spread. I almost forgot which guy I was. What is that, rapid fire? He's got it. I'll give him some covering fire from back here. Oh boy. Alright, we're fine. We're good. We're good. Oh, sometimes the lag kind of scares you. Give him some covering fire up here. Alright, now we're going to double team this boss. I'll take the top. He's down there. And he's dead. And I almost died because I wasn't paying attention. Oh, see, look at that. Teamwork. There we go. And that was all done online through the Wi-Fi adapter. And this is the cool, you know, uncut version of Contra. So that is how you're going to do it. You're going to get everything set up. Go into those rooms, refresh it, find the person that you're playing with. Join their game. One person has the host and the other one just has to join. Make sure you're using the relay server option. Currently, with all our testing, that's the only way we've been able to get these to work correctly. And that's it. I hope this tutorial was helpful. Remember, if you have any problems, to just join us over at the Hakchi Resources Discord. We have a lot of the developers there and a lot of really helpful people that can walk you through this if you're having problems. This is not even a week old. This is brand new. Things aren't going to be working perfectly at first. Everybody's working toward getting this running as well as it can be. How would you like to have achievements to go along with your Nintendo or your old retro games? So I thought this was really cool. You don't have to do this at all if you want to play online, but it's something really cool. There's a website called Retro Achievements. If you register and create a login, it'll connect to your games that you're playing while using Retroarch on your SNES Classic, and it's really cool. So like I said, you just log in at the top right. Once you have a login, you have to go back to your Retroarch on your Super Nintendo. So you've created your login, go to the Settings tab, and we've already looked at the network setting. We have to go to the achievement setting. So when I load that up, it'll give you the option to enable achievements. You're going to want to turn that on. And then all you're going to do is, once you're registered on that website, insert your username and your password right here. Once you do that, you're all set. So what the achievements look like, if we go back to the quick menu, the bottom option is achievements. If I hit A here, it's going to show you the achievements that are on that website for this game. So like I said, this is Contra. I've unlocked a few of them. Clear stage 1, clear stage 2, complete first stage without touching water. Now, of course, not every game is on that website, but whatever's on that website, you can use the achievements for using your SNES Classic and Retroarch Neo. So all there is just signing up for the website, putting in your username, password, make sure achievements is turned on, and that's it. You also have achievements to go along with your online net play. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Have fun playing these games online with your buds. Have fun getting these achievements. I'll see you next time. Hey guys, if you want to contact me outside of YouTube, feel free to use any of these social media platforms. Also, while you're here, why don't you check out some of the other videos that I put out, and if you feel like it, subscribe to the channel.